Let's go over some tips on how to go green in Salesforce. First, let's go over tiers and what that means for you. There are 4 tiers to our system: green, yellow, orange, and red. In green tier, you will be in rotation for preferred appointments and blast. In yellow tier, you will get second or third position in the preferred appointments and still receive blast. In the orange tier, you're only going to have access to blast appointments, and in red, you will not get any appointments. So for example, when we set an appointment, we look for those in green first, based on their preference for location and price range. So let's say we find Sally and Bob. They are both in the green tier. We then look in yellow and find Tom. We send an email and a text to Sally. She declines. Then it goes to Bob, and he doesn't respond in the 5 minutes given to him, so then it goes to Tom. If he declines or doesn't accept in 5 minutes, it will then go to blast for everyone that matches their preference. And the first person to accept will get the appointment. This is why you want to make sure that you stay in green. Let's look at the 3 main areas that really affect you to stay in green: appointment conversion, closed conversion, and vendor usage. Appointment conversion. After you have had 5 appointments, we will start to look at your appointment conversion. You will need a 40% or higher to go green. So out of 5 appointments, you need to convert 2. If the client was a no-show, or if the buyer cannot afford or qualify for a loan at this time, it will not account against you. When a client cannot qualify with one of our preferred lenders, the lender will mark them as unable to qualify. For example, your first appointment does not convert. Your second appointment does not convert. The third appointment does not show, so it doesn't count. Your fourth appointment converts. The fifth appointment does not convert. The sixth is still unable to qualify at this time, so the lender marks it as such. The seventh converts. So because the third and the sixth appointment do not count for you, your seventh appointment really was your fifth, and now your conversion rate is a 40%. If your conversion rate is below 40% but above 30%, you will go to yellow tier. Below 30%, and you will be in orange. To get your numbers up quickly, you can reach back out to those you had appointments with and try to convert them. If that does not work out, then try setting duty and power hours to help boost your numbers. If you can convert anyone you get from there, it will help your percentages increase. Closed conversions. After you've had 5 appointments, we will start looking at your closed percentages. Out of 5 appointments, you should be able to get 2 to convert, and 1 of those should go to closing. After you have 1 closing, you will now be at a 20% and be in green. If your percentages are lower than 20, but above 10, you will be in yellow tier, and anything below 10% is in orange. Vendor usage. There are many opportunities to use one of our vendors in each transaction. There are lenders, home inspectors, termite inspectors, insurance, contractors, and closing attorneys. Make sure to talk about our vendors in every transaction to keep your numbers up. Let them know that we've built relationships with the companies that provide the best service and have a proven track record of finishing on time. Our lenders specifically have had times where they have had to step in last minute because our client's lender could not close on time. To stay in green, you must maintain an 80% in vendor use or better. Yellow tier maintains a 60% or above. Anything below 60% will put you in orange tier. Instant orange. There are times where you can go directly from green to orange. These are usually simple things that you can avoid or correct. The first is past due follow-ups or appointments. When you don't follow up by the due date or put notes in for an appointment before midnight, you will get turned into orange tier. As soon as you add a note, you will go back into the tier your stats placed you in. Another way is if you accept appointments and send them back frequently. If you send back 4 appointments in a rolling 30 days, we will place you in orange tier. As soon as the first one is more than 30 days ago, it will drop off and you will turn back to your tier. We also send out surveys after all of our closings. If you have an average of less than 4 stars after you have had at least 5 reviews, you will go to orange until your average is 4 stars or above. Red tier. Red tier only comes into effect for 2 reasons. The first is you've had no closings from the company or personal leads in the last 3 months. To get out of red in this case, all you have to do is start attending classes in your office. Talk to your MP if you don't know when class times are available at your office. The second reason that you could fall into red tier is if you had no company closings in the last 6 months. In this case, talk with your MP to find out how you can get turned back on for leads and appointments. The best advice that I can give you is to make sure that you're not late on any of your follow-ups. If you have a to-do that's due today, make sure you get it in before midnight. That is the easiest and fastest way that people get turned off of leads, is because they forgot to put a note for their appointments or a past due follow-up. If your conversion numbers are low, make sure that you go into duty shifts and do power hours to get new leads so that you can get your conversion numbers back up. This is the fastest way to get into green if you are low in your conversion stats.